Hi, Orion here with Orion's MLMsecrets.com video series, video number 2, Introduction Part B. I decided to add on to my initial introduction after receiving a very nice comment from my new friend Kevin. Kevin gave me some feedback on that first introduction, and that really spurred me on to want to speak to a couple things. Actually, one thing that I forgot in the initial introduction, but something that his comment reminded me of. So, a couple comments I want to make here are largely around what I see as a couple of aspects that really make a person or allow a person to truly be successful in really anything they do, a business venture or even just choices that they make in life. One is, how good of a learner are you? Something that reminded me, or that reminded me of this was I was having a chat with a gentleman the other day, and we were kind of sharing war stories in the MLM business field, and I had talked about something that I was doing. And what was kind of shocking to me was his attitude, how he was like, oh yeah, been there, done that, know it all, don't really want to hear what you even have to say. And I thought, we learn from each other by being inquisitive, and by, you're here watching video for a reason, right? So why hold an attitude of, oh yeah, been there, done that, when that particular person or that particular thing that you're reading may hold or present for you one tiny piece of information, one little something that either kind of clicks and causes you to think something new, or to have a realization like, oh my God, all of a sudden I see this in a different light. So, it's kind of like throwing out the baby with the bathwater. It's like, why do that to yourself, really? Why be somebody who closes yourself off to learning, rather than really being open to exploring anything and everything that crosses your path? And sure, you may not, take everything in is, yours. It's like, oh, well, I listened to this, so now I have to do it. No. It's not that. It's all about just keeping your field of vision as wide as possible, and being willing to watch what's passing that field of vision, okay? And that may not always bring you something every time, but who knows? You never know, and it's just that one gem that'll make it all worth it, and make it all, just turn the lights on and you're like, oh my God, aha, I get it. So I wanted to say that about learning. The people that are the best learners, or the ones that are open to learning, I think are the most successful at just about anything that they do in their life. And then the second piece is about being yourself. And here's what I'm talking about. When I started doing attraction marketing, and it came down to starting to write articles, produce materials, videos, one of the first videos that I shot and I found myself essentially mimicking a real type A personality, and coming out with this rapid fire presentation and throwing out all these facts and figures and everything. And I watched that video then, after I was done recording it. I watched it and I thought, oh, yeesh, oh my God. I couldn't watch it. It's like, it totally was not me. And it was actually Kevin's comment about how refreshing my first video was that just brought back this memory. I'm going to tell a little story here. I'm a luthier, that is somebody who builds instruments, specifically stringed instruments, and I went to school for this. And after coming out of school and having this really great design for guitars, my own branding of guitars, I had this all figured out. I went to one of the larger guitar shows in Healdsburg, California, and I walked around this show just seeing all of these custom guitar builders and thinking, oh my God, look at all of this that I have to compete with, right? And yet then there was something interesting that I noticed. I noticed that people, because after being at the show for 2 or 3 days, you recognize not just the vendors, but the people that are attending. You start to recognize faces. And I noticed some of the same people there day after day, and I noticed what they gravitated toward, the builders, the custom builders that they gravitated toward. And something started to dawn on me, and then after having a conversation with one of the more renowned builders there, really brought into focus. And his message was, and what I was getting from my own observations was, don't try to do what somebody else is doing. Don't feel like because so-and-so builds a guitar like this or with this, that you've got to do that. But then this builder also does this really cool thing, so now you got to do that too. He said, people that are attracted to you as a person, people that are attracted to you as a person, there's that word attraction, right? Attraction marketing. Those will be your customers. And they're going to be attracted to who you are and what you do, what you're presenting or selling, the way that you do it in particular. That's what they're going to be attracted to. That's going to be your market. Those are your customers. And the people that aren't attracted to you or what you do aren't your customers, plain and simple. And I realized this because as a new builder, I'd have people all the time scrutinizing my work and looking at what I was doing and saying, oh, well, this is really great, but could you do this neck kind of like a Martin or a Gibson? Or, it'd be really cool if you could shape your bridge like this builder over there. Could you do that? And after learning some of these lessons, my answer to that question was no. Actually, yes, I could do it. Will I do it? No. No, because I'm not building their guitars. I'm building mine. I'm doing what I do. So consequently, I'm throwing that out there as a story around attraction marketing. And if you decide to get into attraction marketing, it's going to be about who you are. It's going to be about creating your image and your brand and not trying to do it like somebody else. Okay? The system that I am involved with and the system that I turn people on to, I think is a very good system. I think it's a very well comprehensive system. I think it's a very comprehensive system. I feel that the training videos are top notch. You're walked through like all kinds of really great information, and if you're actually setting the system up for yourself, you're given step-by-step instruction. So I'm not going to talk, other than just generalizing it like that, I'm not going to talk about it specifically because there's other people involved in this system that are out there doing just that. They're spouting all the numbers, they're spouting all the, the really fantastic whiz-bang things about why you want to do it. And I'm just going to say to you, if you like the information that I'm presenting to you, and that makes you curious about what I'm doing, ask me, and I'm happy to share that with you. But I'm not going to sit here and turn my videos into an ad campaign. Really, all I want to do is present you what wisdom I have, and hopefully you benefit from that, and we build a relationship around that. And that's what will actually create my attraction marketing system. So especially when it comes to attraction marketing, which is why one of the reasons why I assume you're here, be yourself. Okay? Present the value of you, because nobody can do you better than you. If that's too many yous. Nobody can be you better than you. So why do something else? Why try to be somebody else? So that's it. That's what I wanted to say in this little addendum to the initial introduction before we go on and move on to another topic. The next video will be a video on how to choose an MLM, some key points to consider and think about when you're looking at getting into a new MLM. So we will do that. So for now, we'll close this out and say thank you for watching. My website for my system is orionsmlmsecrets.com. You can find that in my contact information here on YouTube, as well as my email address, and feel free to comment or ask any questions through comments as well, and who knows, it might prompt me to create a video out of it. So thanks for watching. Again, this is Orion. Glad to have you with me, and until next time, take care. Bye-bye.